we're gonna play a little Pokemon Go today before we jump. We're gonna go over to Pokemon Sword and Shield later. We've got a shiny hunt that we're on like day 4 of that we'll probably roll into in after a couple GBL sets. Yeah, Zabex, exactly. Crest can beat Altaria, and that's sort of our plan if it's in the back. Not to mention that Discharge doesn't do nothing to it, so you can actually make some stuff work. All right, let's go. Let's try. We're still in rank 5. Took a day off. Ananas, our first opponent. Let's see what Ananas is rocking in this GBL. Let's see what you got for us. We've got a Stunfisk and an Altaria in the lead where we want to see it. I fully expect a quick swap for them, so we're going to pop up our switch menu and we're going to see if they my expectation is that they're maybe trying to interesting. Okay. Oh, see, we actually CMP tied there, and the frustrating thing is that no, that'll drop there. That's fine. I'm gonna go to the crest here. As we get better tank these body slams, we can tank more of these. A lot of good can happen here, basically. Essentially, what I'm worried about with the spider is that Galvantula resists counter, but it's so squishy that you end up taking just a lot of damage, just a lot of random damage that you don't need to take. And I'd rather try and just maintain switch advantage and then try and get our Galvantula lined up against whatever's in the back, which is hopefully not a Stunfisk. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I'm going to try not to shield. I'd love to be able to farm them out here, but I think that's a really, really, really ambitious line. So we're not going to take it. I'm just going to throw this Grass Knot. If the Altaria comes back, which I kind of expect, I'm just going to hopefully get to a Moonblast before they can get to another Sky Attack. But I expect what'll happen here is that they will likely shield this Moonblast and then take this energy into the next matchup, which is fine. Luckily, we can sort of still ignore most of their charge moves with the Stunfisk. So there's the shield. We're going to see this farm down come down here. And we're just going to sort of try and make this work. So I don't need to run out the switch clock. I've already got my switch clock run out. They don't actually, they've got some issues. It's starting to feel like their back 2 Pokemon maybe don't want to see the Stunfisk. I don't know any other reason why you'd leave the Altaria in this matchup necessarily. I still am going to save these shields for Galvantula, although I'm starting to be a little nervous that their back Pokemon is going to be maybe a Stunfisk of their own. So I am going to shield once here. We got a little carried away with those before this Rock Slide comes out. So let's see what happens here. If they shield this, I may actually even switch to the Galvantula and see if we can just... Okay, no shield. Their last Pokemon is a Grass type. We're going to go... here, but see, this is the problem with Galvantula. We are still just going to die to Razor Leafs before we can finish off this Pokemon, right? We're just gonna die to these Razor Leafs. That's really unfortunate. We're gonna come up a lunge short, or a Volt Switch short, I think. You know what? And actually, this is a little bit of a mistake on my part, as somebody who's just getting used to ooh, this might have worked. If we snuck in a Mud Shot there, we might have a charge move here. Yeah, no, I think oh, rip. Yeah, so this is me. This is still me learning with the new Pokemon, right? I forget that Lunge does something. I've been playing with Bug Buzz so long, I forget that Lunge has actual effect, and throwing the Lunge right away would have reduced the damage from the Razor Leafs. That's a thing with a move that's been out for 4 days, is that sometimes your play patterns, because I used to play with Galvantula before Lunge, the play pattern is different. And I played the old play pattern, which caused us to lose. GG's to our opponent, our second opponent, Blau. Let's see what they're packing. Let's see what they're packing. Just be perfect at all times. Yeah, Laser Brian. Anyone who's watched my stream, hey, another Altaria lead, knows that that is not a thing that's going to happen here. I do not do perfect at all times. So Drifblim. Obviously, we can win that matchup still, but I like this matchup a little bit better. We're gonna get hit by an icy wind here, almost certainly. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it. It hurts a lot. And I'm not going to, I know that the lunge is technically, if I expect a shield, is the better play here, but I can't run the risk of them no shielding and getting blown out. Because a no shield there would be a blowout for us. So we'll be able to one shield our way through this and be okay. Yeah, I just don't do perfect at all. Yeah, exactly, Koger. I like to think that I embody a little bit of the everyday Pokemon Go player sometimes. I try my best. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I make mistakes, and I try not to think too highly of myself. Let's put it that way. So we get the Altaria come back. Unfortunately, can't get to that lunge. It would have been nice. I probably could have worked on farming some energy on the Drifblim, but I just didn't want to ruin holding switch advantage there. And it was starting to get really close. Okay, we're gonna get out of that matchup. Ooh, they're on Charge Beam Lantern. Okay, neat. I don't think that's the right play, but hey, what's up, Wolfpack man? How you doing? So Cresselia is our designated grass type on this team, so it is here for this specific matchup. I mean, they could hit us with a Hydro Pump. The problem is that the Hydro Pump isn't enough for me to care. And the Thunderbolts are definitely not enough. So, like, I would probably shield the next move that comes in. Yeah. I don't need the shield in the back matchup, so I'm just sort of inclined to take it. We also can likely Moonblast that Altaria if things line up the way I'm sort of hoping here, which is that this will put them, it's not really in farmable range. It's not really what I'm looking for. So I'm not dilly-dallying here. We're just gonna throw this. We have enough health that we should be able to get to a Moonblast against Altaria. We still have a very good Pokemon in the back, which actually, rather than even really get fancy with that, I'm just gonna switch here. Just so we don't end up in some weird farm down situation where we lose on accident. There's no reason to do that. Although it's always unfortunate when you come just short of killing them. GG's, because, you know, Mudshots don't do shit. GG's opponent. We see the concession there. Yeah, Charge Beam has less EPT and DPT than Spark and takes 3 turns. It's literally strictly worse. If you have a Lantern and you want to use it, take it off of Charge Beam. It's not as good as Spark in every possible way. So, Luis. Let's go, Luis. Let's go. So we have Stunfisk and a Victory Bell. So not the matchup we're looking for. I'm going to get out of it. Sometimes these teams don't have a particularly good Cresselia counter on them. I would say Machamp is not it. Although, having played this matchup before, I will be shielding. Almost certainly. I mean, I don't want to now. I really don't. I'm not... Alright. Yeah, it's cross chop. I feel good about not shielding that. They're gonna die to Psycho Cuts now. I have almost lost to Machamp in that counter switch scenario. And then Bastiodon. Oh, Probo Pass. Hold up. It's not a Basti. It's a different one. Our matchup against Probo is a little bit better than our matchup against Basti. So we do have the Stunfisk for this, which the Stunfisk humiliates this thing. It is comical how badly Stunfisk will humiliate a Probopass. So I am okay with that. We do have to figure out how we're going to beat the yeah, I'm gonna let this go. How we're going to beat the Victory Bell. Get another Grass Knot. Perfect. I think the answer is definitely, like, Galvantula does not want to be there. But I think we can find a way to make that work. We're gonna have to find a way to make that work. So we're gonna go to this. I fully expect... Yeah, throw your charge moves at me, buddy. I don't mind. An Earthquake will kill a Victory Bell, yes. So that's kind of our plan right now. All I need to do is get a shield here. So I'm going to throw the lunge right away. If we get the shield, what? I mean, we're going to use a shield. Like, the fact we got an option. I assume this is an acid spray. Nope, leaf blade. Okay, fine. Fine. We lunge it. I assume we get a shield. And then we can just earthquake this thing if Galvantula doesn't finish it off. It could have been leaf tornado. Oh, yeah, let's go. I'm all about that leaf tornado life. All right, so we're going to be able to kill this. So yeah, if you use the lunge correctly, we're not going to make the same mistake twice. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. You know. Oh, it's not on that's funny. It's not on rock throw, so we actually do okay against it. Like, we're actually going to just do fine. Probopass, not quite the Galvantula counter that Bastiodon is. GG's opponent. Yeah, Stefanos, I totally didn't realize this until not that long ago. Somebody in chat, we were talking about acid spray and how it might be good in Shadow Victor, but like, it takes the same amount of damage to throw acid spray that it takes to throw a sludge bomb. And I was like, no, it doesn't. It's faster. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, it's not faster. That's no. Yeah, Hybrid, we got redemption. We learned from our mistake and we played better. That's the best you can hope for as a battler. Frankly, that's the best you can hope for, is actually learn from your mistakes and play better the next time you have an opportunity to. It definitely helps that they just threw their Shadow Machamp into our Cresselia, because that Pokemon would have been extremely hard to deal with otherwise. Yeah, Hybrid, I played better. I still, again, I think that swap for them was maybe not ideal, but maybe they thought the Probopass was more valuable. Maybe they did. All right. Yeah? Let's go. 2-1. Let's see who our next opponent is. Oh, it's nobody Jake. As opposed to somebody Jake. Or an everybody Jake. All right, Stunfisk. Altaria. Our third Altaria lead of the set. Let's go. We see a quick swap to a Azumarill. I probably could have gone with the Galvantula there. As the Galvantula has a worse a worse matchup against the Altaria, which probably would have been a better swap. I've been playing a team with a Cresselia as the only Azumarill counter for a while, so that was an impulse swap. Frankly, that was straight up impulse. I saw the Azumarill, I went, Cresselia's my Azumarill counter. It's not on this team. It's fine. We're gonna win this fight easily, but the downside for us is that we definitely would have rather made sure our Galvantula did something. Because if this team is really like the cliche team, let's see. So I'm gonna gamble here. If this isn't Hydro Pump, we could farm them down. Nope, it's Play Rough again. And I can come out of this with a charge move, or very close to. All right, fine. We're gonna throw. Just, I feel like if they're on Ice Beam, they were about to get to it, so we'll throw. We still have a ton of energy, so like, even if it's the Altaria, we should be able to Moonblast them, but that's fine. So let's see what their plan is here. Oh, they have a second water type. Well, we were not punished. Let's put it that way. We were not punished. I'm actually going to use a shield here. The IVs on my Spooter are not very good. Kale, they're mediocre at best. They're mediocre at best. I don't think they're going to quit. Altaria just has some options. Like, my guess is they're not shielding. Oh, that's great for us. I was like, their best play pattern, I think, is to not shield. They're just like, that's the best play pattern for them, and take 2 shields in Altaria. We're actually going to try and farm this matchup out. Don't mess with me. And then I'm going to throw lunges at the Altaria. Why? Because if I could double debuff the Altaria, I feel pretty good about the fact that there's no world where it beats Stunfisk. They're not shielding these. They're not meant to do damage exactly. There we go. There's the quit. There's the quit. GG's. Oh yeah, no, we could have still just thrown discharges at it. But I was like, you know what? Let's just lunge it a couple times and just make the final matchup unwinnable for them. Just miserable. Watching the Altaria do basically 0 damage the whole time is a delight. So GG's opponent. We're up to 3-1, so we're playing for our 4th win. I like that. I like that. All right, yeah, let's go. Last game of the set. Let's try and get a 4th win. Let's try and find a 4th win. We've seen a lot of favorable leads in this set, so let's hope we can keep running up the score with the Stunfisk lead. Let's go. We have Stunfisk and Marowak. This is a pretty neutral fight if they're on Fire Spin. They are, so we have to sort of play this a little close. They actually switched, which is great for us. Unfortunately, that Marowak is extremely good against our team at large, and once again, it would have been better to go to Galvantula. This is one thing that I haven't quite adjusted to yet. If we're gonna see those Azumarill come in, we would rather go to Galvantula, especially with that Marowak being on Fire Spin. That's going to be a big old problem. So we're going to try and find a way to they play rough. That's fine. Yeah, Galv can debuff it later at least. So I don't think that this is like a true mistake. Both of these Pokemon are pretty bad against the Alola Marowak. It's just Galv is worse. Galv is absolutely positively the worst option there. So again, I'm a little nervous that if this is a Hydro Pump, we run into some trouble here. Don't be... Okay, good. Play rough again. And we're going to try again for this farm down play here at the end. I'm going to just trust my instincts, though, that the farm down works. And I assume the Marowak is coming back. I'm going to Moonblast it, only because if we can land a debuff here, I feel real good. Okay, there's one, and then... Ah! That lag's a bummer, because I feel like we should have gotten another charge move there. So we're definitely coming in and throwing a charge move right away. Not giving them an option here about what they would like to do. They're going to have to shield this. And then we'll see if they want to stick it out. I'm going to just basically play the shield game here. We're likely getting Bone Clubbed. But the Fire Spin damage adds up in a way where I don't necessarily want to put myself in that position. Like, I don't think this is a Shadow Ball, honestly. But I'm still going to shield it. And we're still going to put ourselves in a position where, you know, we can hopefully get this thing low enough that Galvantula can do some work here. I'm a little nervous about sort of where we're at. And I'm actually going to throw away, to an extent, throw away the Galvantula. They have their own Galvantula. That's fun. Oh, we got out CMP'd by them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got greedy. Lunge kills us. And now we're not Dobbs here. They have no shields. So what we need to do is come out of this with a Rock Slide. If we can come out of this with a Rock Slide, I think we can win. We might not win CMP is the only problem, but as long as we have 2 Rock Slides, we're at least playing to our outs. So there's our second Rock Slide. Let's see if we can steal this here at the end. I know that they have a Shadow Ball. The problem is, I think Marowak's going to win CMP here. Ooh, they threw a Fire Spin. I don't know if that means they didn't have the move or not, but we're going to go ahead and steal that one. GG's. All right. What are you gonna... That worked out. I was hoping they would throw a charge move at the Galvantula, but yeah, never punished. Never punished. The motto of the stream. Crescent Azu, yeah, I think it did, because obviously Crescent Galvantula would have been tough. That team was actually just really well built against us, right? That team had multiple Cresselia counters, and we just really lucked out that we found a way to make that Stunfisk sort of do its job, right? All right, let's see if we get rewarded. Come on, it is a... Yeah, 6 is good. All right, I'll take it. Maybe a future Obstagoon after I do a couple trades. I can't catch it apparently, but I'm okay with that.